Good evening, everyone. Let's make some noise, please. Come on, come on, come on. Woo! Good evening. Welcome to another Lovers and Inspirers service. So today we have our South and East part of Lovers and Inspirers here today. Today we're in South. I know Southside's here. Yeah. South, you're a bit too quiet. Are you guys even here? I'm not hearing you guys. Southside. Yeah. And I know we got East here today. East side. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So for those who are new, who don't know who we are a community called Lovers and Inspirers. We are currently based in South and East. And what do? We raise young people from all walks of life. We raise them and equip them to become leaders in all different industries: finance, STEM, beauty, music, literally anything, you name it, we're there and we're leading. But how do we do that? It starts from moments like this, nights like tonight, coming together. Yeah. This room might look small, but trust me, our impact is global. It's worldwide. Yeah. And it all comes from things like tonight. So I ask for you all, early on today, forget who's sitting next to you, clear your mind, and as Pastor Alex said, lock in for the service tonight. So with that, we're going to start with an interactive segment. Everyone's going to get up and get to know whoever's around. Just learn 3 things about someone new that you don't know. So I'm going to ask everyone to get up, please. Yep, get up out of your seats.
Yeah. I got tired of my silhouette living like it was me. If you're a slave to yourself, then can you really be free? I know times you couldn't breathe, internalizing the grief, but you made it to my best verse yet. Let's say the speech. Rule number 1, I hope you're comfy in your seat, and I hope you got a pen. I'm about to break down a brief. Trust me, I'm approved. I paid in blood for these keys. I gave my 20s to you so you can hear me when I speak. Look, living out my dream was a nightmare. Ironic how, just to get out boxes, we bought squares. I saw giving at the top stairs. Scarred my eyes, had me looking at my block weird. I'd be lying if I told you we were not scared. But how we live made it easier to block fears. Mommy can't talk to her son, she ain't inspired. Play the streets, dodge these, how we been wired. Play the cards we were dealt, so we conspired. Serve fiends, cat seas, but we weren't tired. Young G's getting caught up in the crossfire. Why you think them cat seas got hot wired? Sisters crying, mum's in a mess. She don't know, mummy's got on a test. Overtime because she saw her mother do it, and she knows that mummy done that whenever she's going through.
You gotta look inside yourself. Your insecurity won't break me down.
Yeah.
You gotta find a silhouette, but don't hold your breath.
Let's go, Rose.
I'm protected by the light. Realize you can't crush my soul.
Fearless, everything I feared already happened to me.
Yeah.
If you've never been caged, how can you ever be free? If my life was a book, I'll title it compete.
What?
The death contending for my life before I could breathe. Fear is just false emotions appearing real. I knew the risk of my first drill when I done it still. They wonder why I resist thousands to get to mills. The fair kill more G's than failure ever will. Belmar, Thameside, Felton, Pentonville. The concrete jungle, I've seen it all. Time to slits, we don't slits, family principles. I was facing 25 and then speak, cool case after cool case. Trial after trial, sentence after sentence, that's life in the world. Straight face for the judge, for my family I smelled. For my team I've been an OG, who was on ground. We're in a new era, buying cap. I got $1 million off, so what's 100 bags? If you're still on your face, you ain't on all the stand. Lost millions, no low, that's all bounce back. I'm in a fast lane, cruising just on slow jams. Kill the vibe in the car when my phone rang, blue lights on rear view. My soul need an ambulance. They want me dead, I rest in peace, I'm panicking. Roll. Let me see your hands. One. I see you from the front to the back. Let me see your hands. That's right.
Yeah.
My life is a blessing. It comes with the stresses.
Let's go, Nation family.
We'll do Ibrahim, Jahar, everybody.
Ibrahim, Malachi, Yogi, Ray, Pat.
Malachi, Royal. And Ray as well. Did you put Ray there? Are you ready for the word tonight?
You're gonna break up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the instrument to be on.
2 more minutes.
The little Malachi. Malachi from the one with the hair. Not that other one. Oh, it's fine. We're just freestyling. I don't know. We're just see what we done today. Yeah? That's me packed on the over that this guy was saying. You. That's me. But I'm gonna show you the method. Is it ready? Remember, I just need a beat. Okay, I'm trying to get the one you done before where you done that like poetic rap, the one that you done on your story with no lyrics. No, I mean with no beat, you done it on your story. I just need a beat, I need a rap beat, bro. No, lads, in that. It's one of those pot of paper ones in it. Are you sure? I'm trying to find one you've done before. I've got one you downloaded in my phone somewhere. I just need to find it. Or you sure you want to do something new? I can give you a new beat now, but it's just going to be... Like, but where is it though? Look, I just got this. But bro... Is it playing now? Yeah, it's fine, yeah? Hello? I want to be with you tonight. Tonight. Maybe like 10 11. 10 11. Really good. Malik, are you ready? 30 seconds. Yeah, Deborah can run. Yeah, she can run, but by the time you run, you run. Yeah. Go in there. I want the instrument to be ready. Not yet. Literally 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Play a song. Will you? You see me, I'm just where were you playing that song from? Yeah, hopefully they've got. I don't know. I need to download present sound for the next segment. I need to download it. No. It needs to do this. I want to break up. It's going to be awkward, bro. Bro.
Shall I see it?
I'm gonna go break it now. Maybe.
Shall I just
You can talk,
keep going, get to know.
Just host it.
Okay, guys, keep going. Just gonna be a couple more minutes.
Yo, they just want me to judge, but they ain't been in court, still in front of the judge. And they ain't had a little brother missing for months. No food up in the fridge, just to solve it. What's I'm leaves out, I'm blaming me and guns. My little nigga when they told me I'm the savior, I told my brother stop chilling, go and get his head up. Any price for a life, I put my neck out. Just to make sure my yardie's for the best route. I'm in love with eating with some trap sauce.
you send me the beat right now, I can do it. It has to be now, like now. Are you sure you sent it to the right number? I haven't received it yet. What's the beat? Show me the beat. It's called that against all odds. Against the pain. Against the pain, yeah. How are you gonna get it? I'm gonna get it this one second. Yeah. Send it to the media chat. Good. What is it? Bro, this thing is not. Yo, where's Pastor James, man? I'm gonna finish. James. I'm ready. Hey, don't say that about Pastor James. You're the younger. You're the younger. Yeah, what's up? What's going on? People asking me to do the same thing, bro. Is this the beat? Yes. So who's next on the list and he can come back to us? Ibrahim? You can talk in it, he's a soul. We just want to show the camera that we've got soul. I'm not Ibrahim. He's a soul. So I'm gonna have to host. Who's next?
Okay. Cue the music. Cue it. Can you turn my mic up, please? All right, guys, can we all find our seats? I know you lot was enjoying that segment of getting to know each and every single one of us. All right. I know the conversations are really conversationing. They're really conversationing. All right, guys. I said something at the start, and I feel like you guys need to remember it. What is the number one thing I've asked you lot to do? No. You need to say it with a bit more chest. What have I asked you to do? Asked you to lock in. So we've got somebody that's going to come up and speak to you about their journey with us. And he's actually a very close friend of mine. In fact, he's had a very, very scary past, but he's got a bright future. You know why? Because I'm there. All right, we've got S. Rose, a.k.a. Pastor Stephen, in the building. Can you make some noise?
Make some noise in the building, everybody.
That's right, thank you.
Media team, can you help me? I go by the name of S. Rose. How's everybody doing today? Good? What did Brett say to you? I can't hear you. What did he say to you? Lock in. James, play that for me, please. Yeah, James is not really locking in, you know. Let's go. Of course, you know, I make music. I express myself in music. Music is very, very therapeutic to me, but I want you to take in the words. Yeah. Yo. There's a battle for my soul. I took a long way home. Crazy thoughts leave my mind when I'm looking at Capone. Hopeless journey into hope. I was stuck between both. They want my liver in a pool, so I never walk alone. They say the eyes never lie. Take a look into mine. I think what you will find is the truth they despise. Deep convos of 5 speaking ahead of time. If you want to conquer the world, first conquer your mind. Let's go.
57 minutes from home. I feel like it's me against the world, so I created my own. I see clear from a range when I'm driving a Vogue, but I'm closer to the stars when I'm driving a Rose. By the time we switch gears, last year's work ain't this year's. I got a bird's eye view, now I see clear from Toy Stories. I got a buzz, now it's a light, yeah. And 3-6 lives through me cause he ain't here. Tears in my eyes, but with the rain falling over me supposedly. Something else is controlling me. I rose from the dirt, my life is concrete poetry. Vocally, I'm flowing each moment to show you openly. We're in a new era, but I ain't buying cap. I got 1 million up, so what's 100 bags? If you're still on your face, you ain't done all to stand. Lost millions, no long, we still bounce back. I'm in a fast lane, cruising to some slow jam. Killed the vibe in the car when my phone rang. Blue lights in my rear view, but it's only the ambulance. They want me dead, I rest in peace, I ain't panicking. Street savior, I led owners as a teenager. Voice of the streets, I could have been new as mayor. I'm so active, made my block pay taxes. I got PTSD from them shooters and stabbings. From murder to millions, court cases to limitless. I died to live and redefine what winning is. Mish ain't spoken in a while, but I still love. And we don't know half our ops, but they know us. They're only bullying cause they're playing in the wrong arena. You can't learn to be rich from a broke teacher. They're like S, when you gonna make a new song? I've been busy with some things I can't speak on. I've reached for the stars, now they're in the ceiling. I'm guided by angels, but I reason with demons. Rolex at the ride, I've been racing time. Countless times they tied my hands, but couldn't cage my mind. The concrete jungle's where I rose from. Ever seen a red beam on your own mum? I got scars on my body cause I don't run, and I'm the light that wanna switch off, come so on. My last series, I got endless episodes. We had the air ambulance over pepper clothes. I done some things in my past that I don't condone. Used to party to the moon and CK's home was home. When 3-6 died, I cried the whole night. I witnessed death in the flesh back in year 9. Visualized snippets of my life, pick any verse. The streets was a blessing, same time a curse. Lovers and inspirers, are we in a building? No, I can't hear you. Lovers and inspirers, are we in a building? Lovers and inspirers, are we in a building? Are you in a building? My people. Thank you. Lock in. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What a phenomenal rap that was. Now give it up again. Give it up again. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So now I'm actually very interested in the group that we got here today, because I went around and I asked a few people what they do, and there's a bunch of people that are like 16, 17. So I'm going to tell you guys my story when I was 16, 17 and how my life is now, okay? So first of all, I wasn't actually born in this country. I came here as an immigrant. My parents don't know English to this day somehow. I came and I lived with my grandma for a couple of years. Then I went to school, and I actually came from the family that live here in the UK. I have a lot of cousins, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them are in the wrong route. You know, they sell drugs. They're in gangs. And they still do it to this day. And every time I meet them, it's all love. And it's all love, but, you know, I just see them in the wrong path. But when I was younger, I didn't see it like that. Because when I see them driving the sick cars. I see them with the chains and things like, and all the glory. And that's what I wanted when I was around 16. Actually, to be honest, younger than that, like 14. And so I was curious how they did it. And I remember going up to my cousin, who was literally like 2 years older than me. He was 16. And he was literally moving a lot of drugs at 16. And I went to him and I said, yo, put me on. And he said, yeah, let's do it. And at the age of 14, he just gave me to be honest, like lots of weed, like lots, like a Z or something. And I was 14 at the time. And it was actually pretty insane because I was the only one in my area at the school doing that. And to be honest, I did that from 14 to year 11. And it was genuinely a crazy story. And when I did it, I didn't really understand what the hell was going on. I didn't understand, and I just kept doing it, and it kept snowballing, and I ended up seeing a couple of my friends die. You know, it's funny. It's not funny at all, to be honest. It's really sad. I was with my friend, and I had a fight with him a week before he died, and I couldn't apologize to him. He just ended up dying, and there was that was the end of that. But that was one of my first waking calls, and to this day they still sell drugs, but I've shifted from that path, and the way I live life right now is by a simple quote, and the quote goes like this: greatness isn't for the chosen few, it's for the few that choose. Now, if you want greatness, you got to choose it. You got to choose it. Because the people who became great, it didn't choose them, they chose it. They woke up and decided, I'm not going to be mediocre. I'm not going to be average. I'm going to take up every challenge that comes to me. That's how you're supposed to live. Every day you will face challenge. You will. It's going to happen naturally. Naturally it's going to happen, and you're just going to have to take up the challenge if that's what you want. If that's what you want, and it's okay if you don't want to, because it's not for everybody, but if it's what you want, then you have to take up that challenge. Now make sure to write that down. Note it in your head. Greatness isn't for the chosen few, it's for the few that choose. You got to genuinely imprint that into your soul. But yeah, one example is the other day I was scrolling Instagram, and I saw that there's this challenge to do a film in 2 days. My first thought is, I wish I can do that challenge. My second thought is, I can do that challenge. And guess what? I went and did it in 2 days. Before I wrap up, I want you guys to repeat the quote after me. Greatness isn't for the chosen few, it's for the few that choose. Go ahead. Thank you so much.
Is Lovers and Inspirers in the building? Lovers and Inspirers in the building. I'm Malachi, I'm 18 years old, and I'm here to share my story and give a word charge as well. I spoke to a few boys at the back, and as I was speaking to them, things just kept coming to me what I should say. Things like my story, but I'm going to speak about my journey, a little bit about my journey, and what has Lovers and Inspirers done for me. I grew up maybe like down the road over there, 5 minutes away. I've been here my whole life. At one point, I did move to Croydon for like 3-4 years, and I came back here. I went to school in Globe Academy over there down the road. And as I kept thinking about my story today, I'm glad, I'm thankful that I found a place like Lovers and Inspirers. The reason why I say this is because if it wasn't for the leadership that I met here, I wouldn't be the person I'm standing in front of you today. So I can speak about how my life has gone good and how it's turned around, but the only thing I can say is that it's been able to turn around because my life, or the next chapter of my life, was hidden in somebody else. I didn't know that the version that I was going to be to inspire another generation was in the leaders that are at the front. People like Apostle Alex, Apostle Stephen. We have Apostle Joanna that's at the back, Apostle Faye, and many other leaders that are not here today, but they've been able to inspire me to be the person that I am today. And I was thinking about, when I got the message, when I got to her speaking, I was thinking, what am I going to say? But I realized that, and I was looking around in the room, and I saw many young people, and I said, put your hands up if you want to become successful in life. Put your hands up if you want to become a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire. Everyone in the room, right? Now, you have to look at the environment that you've been in, or the environment that you came from, and you've got to think about the dream or where you want to become in life. And when I came up, I said that the next chapter of my life was hidden in somebody else. So I was with Pastor Alex and Pastor Stephen today, and we were speaking to two boys. And as we were speaking to them, we were speaking about how the next version of them are in us. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I was speaking to boys that wanted to get into business, and I'm saying that I'm able to be in the position to tell them that I'm your hope for you to get into business. But how am I able to say that? Because I was invited or met with leadership that was here today. So in my charge today, I'm basically saying that there's a version of yourself, or there's a point that you need to get to, and this is a place that's going to help you get there. The reason why I can say it so confidently, because my life was able to be changed just by coming to services every Wednesday. At that time, it was every Wednesday, every week. I was 15 years old. I kept coming to services. I didn't understand why I was coming. I didn't even understand what was getting told to me. But I just kept believing in that. Do you know what? I know that I'm going to be successful, and I know this is the place that is going to make me into the person that I want to be. And guess what? At the age of 18, I can say that I've been able to impact many lives. I've been able to raise thousands of pounds at the age of 18 because of the fact that I've had leadership and mentorship that's guided me through that way, guided me through my journey. So I'm going to keep my word short, and I'm going to thank you and pass it to the next speaker. Thank you.
I even know what to say on these intros. Treat a Vogue like an Uber X, Warsaw, Budapest. They think I calm down, but I'm showing less. I met Brian with his wife to check out the jet. I seen 100,000 times, no offense. Back then they told me come out, said I can't go. I was putting 32E for my Avado. I bought chain link way before I bought a chain. 2020 probably cashed you out just to buy a game. Put the streets on, I'm the missing piece to their play. Zoom calls, Marlboro meetings with the shakes. Vigo Street getting measured, wide lapels and my double-breasted. I heard the figures that they're talking and I'm not interested. Universal send an invoice, but I need it now. $250,000 spinning every week off Olympus style. Keys in my living room, but it ain't a brick. NFTs in my frame, I made thousands of a pick. After school, there were times I didn't wanna go home. But it's changed, now the annex got a different postcode. I used to walk in the rain, having visions of a rose. Making calculated risks, I can never FOMO. Bet big on projects and people that you believe in. Never let the cost discourage you from achieving. Had to say that to myself, I learned a lesson from them L's. Before I leave this earth, I better finance the world. They love me up in Claridge's, they made me name my own drink. Ask them yellow for a Sigma when you roll in. Send 100K a coin, and I thought that it was gone. I thought that it was ERC instead of Polygon. I want my belly, my investors couldn't see me doing drill. I didn't think they'll ever trust a nigga rapping to a deal. Recruitment, logistics, finance the fitness. It's been a few years that Lil Al's been doing business. Put my studio in Soho, I need a social capital. Invested when I need it, you know, damaging collaterals. Chinatown with Marco, trying to tell me eat the Lotus route. Getting bread and redefine the culture is what I'm supposed to do. Getting bread and redefine the culture is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. That's strictly business. Couldn't finish uni, come my phone kept ringing. It's either I go to lectures or turn down millions.
Let's give that a round of applause. L.I. I'm gonna say lock in. Alright, cool. My name's Raekwon, pastor in the house. And I'm just gonna tell you my story, but I'm also gonna tell you what I'm doing now, where I'm coming from. Of course, everyone calls me Flosso, and that just simply means flow. You get me? It just... And the truth is, the reason why I got the name Flosso is just because I knew the importance that I had to make money every single day. Because the truth is, we're in a building today, it has to be paid for. We care about the young boys, the young girls in the room, that you can have an exposure. Because the area that you grew up in or you was brought up in, the things that I'm doing now, I shouldn't be doing it based on where I'm from. So I'm the youngest out of 7 brothers from Brixton. Guys probably wouldn't even know my brothers, but they're very heavily gang related. And if I followed in their direction, I know what road I'll be heading down. No matter what they say is a very generic term. If you go on the roads, if you do this, you either be dead or in jail. 2 of my brothers are literally fighting mental health in and out of prison every single year. But it's not their fault that they had to go through that situation. It's just simply the environment and the people that they were around. So when we come out here and we do these things, it's because we know if there was one last thing I could do in this life, and they said, you only got an hour to live in this life, I would actually come here today and speak to you guys. Because the truth is that I know that there is so much greatness in one person that you may not even know the greatness that you can possibly do until somebody shows you what's actually possible. I can talk about my life. I was just playing football. I was at Millwall. I was speaking to a guy. What's his name? Babatunde. He said his name was Babs. Big Babs. He's got two silver tooth going on. And he's telling me he's a centre back. He's playing for Dartford. Now, I was at Millwall for 8 years. What was that, Cap? I was at Millwall for 8 years. I thought I was going to make it in football. Nobody could tell me I was going to make it. All of my coaches said that you're going to go to the next year of football. Everything was looking promising. But the truth is that there's one person that can make a decision in your life, and it can tell you that I don't think you're good enough and you're released. From that stage, I was a blank canvas. I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I knew for my whole life was football. Oh, what are you saying, bro? I see the log. All I knew was football. I didn't know what to do. But then I came into this house. I saw an array of leaders, people doing property, people doing logistics, people doing investments, and I realized that, okay, even if I don't make it in football, I can still make football. I can still make money making. I can still make footballer money. Sorry, I can still make footballer money in another field because I've been exposed. A lot of you guys will say the same things of, okay, you want to be a musician, you want to be a footballer, and the truth is, if that's what you want to do, I support your goal. But all we're doing here today is to show you that there's many different possibilities. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your color or demographic. As long as you lock in with somebody in the front, you can be exposed to something that's different. Now I can say I'm leading a business that really does 6 figures. It's not a joke. It really is doing that. And the truth is what I'm saying is that I'm not special. I'm not no different to anybody. All I did was meet somebody in the house. I can talk about a Pastor Stephen's brother. I met him in the house. He told me, you know what, look into this business venture. I then faced it, and then it's now bringing me making 6 figures. It's because I met somebody in the house. So all I'm saying is, don't disregard this. I know you're young, you're lit, I hear it. But the truth is we're all lit. But there comes a point in your life, and Ibs said a great quote, and one quote that we live by is, your decisions decide your destiny. And the truth is, it doesn't matter if you're 12 years old, it doesn't matter if you're 41. The decisions that you make decide your destiny. So if there's an opportunity today to speak to a leader in the front, speak to myself, I can speak to you all night. You can text my phone. I can give you advice because I know what this changed for me. And the same thing can happen for you. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, LIOE in the building. I need to teach you something then. Whenever I say LI, you have to say LI back. It simply means lovers and inspirers, or as we found out today, lock in. But LI? Okay, who's enjoyed today? Okay, so you found out that people like S. Rose, Pastor Stephen is actually a rapper. You found out the guy in the brown linen shirt. Don't I look okay today? I look all right, innit? And the brown linen shirt is actually a rapper as well. And turn that thing down just a bit for me, yeah? And for me, guys, I think one of the most powerful things that every single person that's come up and spoken, for me, is community. Somebody came up, you just heard from Pastor Ray, and he spoke about what happened to him the day that he met this community. And when I grew up, I actually didn't know that I could be the person that I am today. The truth is, what changed me? What did I encounter that made me the person that I am today? I could speak about all the different types of exploits that I have, and I don't think I'm going to take that long today, but I do believe that I'm going to introduce you into something called community, especially for my young brothers that are at the back of the building today. I'm going to introduce you to the power of community because, you know, growing up when you're young, you believe that you have so much dreams. Just like Pastor Ray, I was a footballer. I'd played for Crystal Palace. I played for Fulham. I played for Notts County. That was my last club. I got my pro. My biggest dream was to be a footballer. Nobody could have told me that I was going to be anything else other than football. Nobody. I spent my whole entire, I remember I knew Pastor Ray before this. And what did you know me as? 7:30 in the morning, me and you would be at Lavender Park near our house playing football. We thought we were gonna be footballers. 10 years down the line, we're not footballers, but we live like footballers. That's the truth. But what changed though? What changed in us is the thing called community. The thing called community is what changed us. We met somebody that had a passion for their community. They had a passion for their community, so much so that when my best friend died, they said, no, you don't have to go through the same road that your friend went down. You can actually be something else. Because of somebody's love for community, they actually saved me. What would have happened to me if somebody didn't have love for community? Because of one person's love for their community, they invited me into something that I couldn't actually see for myself. I wish there were pictures of what I looked like before. You probably wouldn't be able to admit that. How did you grow from this? I was just like you. I always say this, I had many different night techs. And for me, that was superior drip. You could do everything in a night tech. You could train in a night tech. You could go to a party in a night. You could do everything in a night tech. But something happened when I encountered the person who had love for their community. What does being a part of Lovers and Inspirers do? It gives you access to a certain level of people that you wouldn't necessarily meet on a day-to-day basis. You've got a Pastor Faye here. Pastor Faye, come up with me, please. I'm going to make this extremely practical. You've got a Pastor Faye here. We grew up 5-10 minutes away from each other. I used to see him on the 198 every single day. The 198 or the 250. Pastor Faye had long, fake dreads. Because there was something in between cane rolls and dreads. Now, Pastor Faye's in a green polo on a Monday. This is not... I'm joking. Now, Pastor Faye leads one of the top security companies called TSC. You can sit down. One of the top security firms called TSC. So if you're looking for employment at Pastor Faye's day, he's employed thousands of people, £1 million companies. That's what we're coming from. But Pastor Faye, we lived 5 minutes away from each other. Most of our friends are dead or in prison, or they're doing nothing with their life. What changed for us? What changed for us is we met somebody that was just in love with their community. We met somebody that actually said to themselves, I'm going to lead. I'm going to be something in my community, and my current circumstance isn't going to tell me what I can be in life. In order to find your purpose, you're going to have to meet people with purpose. In order to find purpose, you're going to need to find people with purpose and begin to connect yourself with them. When I came, I actually came with 20 of my friends. I came with 20 of my friends, and guess what? A few of those people, in fact, the majority of those people are not here anymore. Because they thought, what's this person speaking to them at the front saying? They're saying that I can be anything in life, but there was just something about what the person was saying in front of me that I decided to believe. You know, the difference between one person and another person is what they decide to believe in. What you decide to believe in is what will change your life forever. Some people, some of our friends, Pastor Faye, decided to believe in the roads so much so that the roads is what they got. The roads is what they got and everything that came with it. But I decided to believe in the person that had love for their community and who truly looked like they had purpose. The person that looked like they had purpose, because I realized something from earlier on. If this person has found purpose, that means they know the way and how to get there. They know the way and how to get there. And as me, I'm looking, and when I stopped playing football, I did not know what the hell, I didn't know who I was. I couldn't tell you my left from my right. My whole identity was, that's Alex the footballer. You don't do anything else. As a footballer, who here has played football before at a decent level? Put your hand down. Don't worry, you have. Thomas, where's Evangelist Thomas? I would have said you, but things happened on the way. But that became my whole identity, and it doesn't even have to have been football. It could have been anything, or some of you may not even know what you're meant to do or what you want to do in life, but in order for you to find your purpose in life, you're going to have to find somebody that's found theirs, and I've found mine. It's Lovers and Inspirers. It's building people on a week-by-week basis. It's 10 years, 11 years straight coming into a community and changing it round. It's coming for we do this thing. There's at least 5 or 6 other communities actually running at the same time doing the same thing. I'm not sure you'll find many government programs that are going to go into your community for free and begin to start speaking to you in this manner and begin to expose you to the people that you're being exposed with. I'm not sure. But there's something about what I do called community that will change the world. Someone say, change the world. Because if you don't believe you're gonna change the world, it won't happen for you. Our whole life we were taught limitation. Our whole when you were younger, or even now, you go to the shop with your mom, you pick something up, she said, no, we can't afford that. Put your hand up if that's happened to you. We can't afford it. No, put that down. So your whole life, from the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, you've been taught limitation. And that's nothing against mums and dads. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is nobody's told you that you can be limitless. No one's given you the word to say that in you there are more people than what you know. There's another life on the inside of you. Sometimes we misconstrue our pain with what your life or what God is actually trying to tell you per time. I didn't know that at the point of my friend dying, that was actually the start of a conversation for me to find my new life. It was actually my friend dying, and his older brother invited me to his house to gather us just like this, that saved my life. But at the time I was thinking, why God? Why did you just allow my friend to die? Why did you allow my friend to stab my friend? How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense, but something happened, and the reason why it had to happen is because God knew that was going to lead me into speaking to a Babatunde. If that's his name. But God knew. God knew that it was going to lead me, those events was going to lead me to speaking to a Johari. God knew that it doesn't matter what life may look like per time, it's leading, everything happens for a reason, and it's leading you to the place of purpose. But what do people do? They usually tell themselves that this is a negative situation and they die in their negative situation. They begin to spend time in their negative situation, not knowing that God's actually trying to take you to a place where you can see that purpose is where He's leading you to. So what am I saying tonight? I'm saying be a part of a community. Be a part of a thing that you can see that there are people that have found their purpose. Nobody comes on a Monday night beginning to speak and start preaching to you out of nowhere. No one does that. So I'm saying for you tonight, before I pass over to Pastor Stephen, and Pastor Stephen, you're going to speak today. What am I saying? Join this community. Be a part of it. We're here. This is Southwark. This is Lovers and Inspirers. This is who we are. This is who we are. And we're going to grow like never before. I actually have a charge for everybody in this room today. I have a charge for everyone in this room today that don't come to Lovers and Inspirers without inviting another 2 people. You don't do that. Because it's actually the next chapter of your life is actually hidden in the next person, in another person. I always say this, and I'm gonna keep saying this until I die. If you open up an apple, you can count the seeds, the amount of seeds that are in an apple, but you never know how many apples are in a seed. You never know. You can count the seeds if you open them, but you never know how many apples are in a seed. I don't know what is in the life of a Marcus. The more that he's able to hear the word. So my first and only scripture as I begin to close is, in the beginning was the word. Take me to John chapter 1 from verse 1.
John 1 from verse 1 in the NIV.
Go for it.
In the beginning was the Word.
It says, in the beginning was the word.
And the Word was with God.
Stop there. It says, in the beginning was the word. What is the word? The word is anywhere where somebody's coming to speak to you like this from scriptures. I'm a pastor. A pastor simply means a leader, a shepherd that cares about people's prosperity. I'm on a campaign to see young 16-year-olds rich from Southwark. I'm on a campaign for young 16-year-olds not to stab each other. Why does crime happen in a place called Southwark? Crime happens because the people are poor. Why do people go and sell drugs? People go and sell drugs to make money, right? This problem is an economic problem. The reason why people don't know what they're looking for is because they're looking for a prosperity of mind, a prosperity about themselves. There's a young girl in here today that's been depressed, but why have you been depressed? You're depressed because somebody told you that that's how you should be. I'm on a campaign to see young people from this area open up businesses, employing people just like what our leader has done for us. I don't know why I'm like this, but that is why. It says, in the beginning was the word. So it doesn't matter what has happened before the word, but this is your beginning. Someone say, this is my beginning. Wherever the word is, wherever there's a preacher speaking to you in this manner, it means that that's your beginning. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter what happened even 2 minutes before the word came. Wherever the word is your beginning. So this is our beginning as lovers and inspirers. Our beginning as lovers and inspirers is that I'm on a campaign. Lovers and inspirers is on a campaign to see young people prosperous like never before. If you want to be a part of that campaign, I'm saying don't come here without at least bringing another 2 people, because membership in the campaign of prosperity actually relies on your belief in it. Membership to the prosperity campaign depends on your belief in it. And anybody that believes in a thing would go and do anything for it. You believed in your boyfriend or your girlfriend so much that you done everything for them until they left you. Dark. But it's what your life will depend on what you decide to believe in. Who you decide to believe in will change your life. I just decided to believe in someone, and that person made me great. Made me great. He gave me a word that whenever I go into a place, I can turn it around. Whenever I speak to a person, I can make them, I can turn them into economic maddened people. He gave me this thing called the word that I can take a Yuri and I can make a Yuri into wherever I tell him he's going to be. Yuri's coming in with Louis Vuitton shoes. I said, what are you? I said, where are you? The same Yuri. Where did you get that from? But I get it. My leader gave me a word that has the ability to make people that come from low socio-economic backgrounds into great leaders. And that's what you're a part of today. So if you want to join the winning team, you know who to speak to, Pastor Stephen.
Thank you. Powerful word. We are the only people in London City that can show people how to trap. And when I say trap, I mean take risk and prosper. You see,
I'll tell you the truth. You see, I was selling drugs for a living, doing robberies for a living. But you see, the moment that I encountered the word, I understood what it means to take risk and prosper. If anybody invited you here today, we just want you to prosper. If a 15-year-old can pick up a knife and stab somebody and kill somebody or shoot somebody, why can't a 15-year-old make money and lead people? Money is created to create environments so something can be better. Every single leader that has spoken today puts their money where their mouth is. The reason why the campaign is called Our Prosperity Campaign, why? Is because we need prosperity to spread our message. Listen, even on the streets, does it come without prosperity? No, they use prosperity to share their message. What is their message? Drugs, abusing women, doing all manner of things. But we're saying in this house, people can actually prosper. There are business owners here. People that have come from Brixton, people that came from Peckham. I've done certain things in my past. At the age of 15, I was stabbed. At the age of 16, 17, I went to prison. There's certain things that I've done before 18 that I can't even say. But I'm saying, you see, that don't need to be your story, Babs. That don't need to be your story. Our fight in London City is for people like you. And I'm saying that, listen, whoever wants to be a part of this, I'm telling you, your riches are in this. Your money is in this. Why? How do I know that? I saw our leader, PT. He took the same mantle he put into young people, and I saw people beginning to prosper. So that's how I know that people can actually prosper. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here before you today. I've got a story. I've done certain things on the street, and time won't permit me to get even into that. But you see, the fact that I'm standing before you 10 years later, this work works. It works. And what I'm charging everybody to do in this room is to get involved. The next chapter of your life is hidden in a person. I'm telling you, the riches that you're looking for is in another person. Prosperity is in the hand of another person. And what Lovers and Inspirers will teach you to be is to be a leader indeed. It will teach you how to lead. Lovers and Inspirers taught a man from Beckton that raised youngers to go and ride out on the up block. But now I'm raising youngers to ride out for our prosperity campaign. That's what we want to see here. Wealth. That's what we're talking at. We're saying a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old. You heard the story of Malachi. We are speaking prosperity, and not only speaking it, we're living it out. You see a Malachi. You can see a KT production. You can see a Jahari. Life is getting better. And I realize what prosperity is. It's actually acknowledging God's call over your life. The moment you see who you are, the moment you know who you are, that's what prosperity is. The moment you come, you get an understanding of what it means to answer God's call. That's what prosperity is, because I realize that a poor man just don't know who he is. A wealthy person understands who they are. And Lovers and Inspirers will teach you to understand who you are. We're on a campaign, and I think that we're going to be in a different venue next week. But I want you to spread your hand of fellowship and get 5 people to come with you. After this, we're going to do a takeover. We're going to go Bagel King. And I'm saying that we can all ride out together. We can all join hands and change London City together. And I'll leave it as that. And I'll hand over to whoever's closing. Who's closing? Pastor? James. Pastor James. Precious. Thank you.
Thank you, Lovers and Inspirers. Can we get a round of applause, please? Come on, keep going. Big round of applause, big round of applause. What an amazing service. I am so inspired. And I want to do something because we have a lot of communities and businesses here as well. So if anyone is looking for someone that they can connect to, or if they're interested in going into industry that they don't know about, there's many people here who you can speak to, who you can get support from. So myself, I run a writing community. So anyone that's interested in creative writing, and I'm going to go to Pastor Tafumi here. Just stand up and tell us what you do as well.
Evening, everyone. I'm Pastor Tafumi, and I'm a civil engineer, but I also co-lead a platform called STEM Thinking. So if you're interested in science, tech, engineering, math, please come find me.
Thank you. And Pastor Kate?
Good evening, all. My name is Kate. I'm a senior consultant for sales and business growth. And of course, I lead two non-profit organizations, one called Sister Support Africa, and the second one is called Change Ambassadors, platforms created for self-development for the youth across the globe.
Thank you. I'll go to Pastor Tamara next.
Good evening, lovers and inspirers. I'm Tamara, pastor here in Spank Nation. I'm supporting philanthropy and particularly with the City Welfare, which is a charity that supports families with hardships, that's going through hardship. So if anybody wants to join our community and you're really interested in philanthropy and charity work, then speak to either myself, sorry, I'm a bit tired this evening, or Pastor Ruth, who is also in the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I'm going to go to Pastor Faye next. Pastor Faye, please tell us what you do and how they can join your community.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone good? Yeah? My name is Pastor Faye. I run a multi-service company. If you want to get involved in anything from security to logistics to, I don't know, property maintenance, just come and find me, speak to me. I don't bite. See you later.
Thank you. Evangelist Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Thomas. I run a tech community, and I basically teach people how to get into cybersecurity. So if you want to get into IT, cybersecurity, and you want to start from scratch, or you're in IT and you want to upskill, come and find me and we can speak afterwards.
Much. I'm going to run all the way to the back and pass it to Pastor.
Evening, everyone. My name is Onyeka. I'm one of the leaders here. I run a bakery at the moment, and I also lead a few communities. So if you're interested in business or anything along those lines, come and find me after. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to run to Pastor Maddie. Here you go.
Hi everyone, I'm Pastor Maddie. I build businesses. I've just spent the last 5 years building The Gloss, which is a luxury health and wellness clinic in Knightsbridge, Mayfair, Wandsworth, Westfield, London, and I'm just opening my new business called Gym Body, and we are the Selfridges of activewear. So all your favorite activewear brands online, come shop with them in store on Saturday in High Street, Kensington. That's me.
Thank you very much. And one more, actually two more. We'll go to Pastor Ruth. As you can see, we have many communities and businesses that you can get involved in. So this is a chance for everyone to introduce themselves and get to know who you can speak to after service as well.
Hi all, just following on from what Pastor Samara said. So I run a philanthropy initiative called the City Welfare, and we run programs, campaigns throughout the year, supporting people who may be facing food insecurity, who may need support with essential items, mentorship, funding, etc. So if that's something you want to be a part of, investing in your community and people, then of course reach out to me.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, I believe the performance was quite self-explanatory, but if you're interested in getting into music, the music community.
Okay, if anybody here wants to get into music, I run a company here with Pastor Alex here, Limitless XYZ, free studio sessions and things like that. And if you want to know how to write a song or anything like that, come to myself or Pastor Alex or even FY as well. He's got a little something in there, you know. But yeah, if you want to learn how to write music or anything like that, you can see me after service and we can have a conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that is just a brief overview of the businesses and communities that we have in-house. So if you're looking for something to do, it's summertime, school is out, then please make sure you connect with the people that are here. So just to make a few announcements, we have our service that will be happening next week. So if you can please bring up the QR code so that it can be scanned. And you can also join our WhatsApp group as well. So you can scan the either or, because next week we will actually be meeting together again. So you can scan using each of the QR codes. I'm need to see some phones. Hi, are you guys gonna scan? Yes. Okay, so everyone's scanning. Let me get out the way. Fantastic. And also make sure that you follow us on social media. If they can bring up the QR code. Fantastic. And of course, our service next week will be with Pastor Kevin as well, which is our leader. So that is going to be an exciting service, and make sure you are all there and come down. And of course, we'll also be having our Entrepreneur Fest, which is essentially an exhibition of different businesses and different initiatives that people run as well. So that is a good opportunity for people to come down, if there's a QR code for that as well, for people to come down and visit different businesses that we have in-house. And yes, that is everything from me. Thank you for coming down to today's service. We will have some light refreshments at the back and some food for you as well. Thank you all.